Master your words, mind, emotions, and money before you pursue anything else in life, because if you don't, you risk building your life on a shaky foundation, one that will crumble at the first sign of difficulty. Let's start with words. Words are more than just tools of communication, they're the building blocks of our reality. Everything you say influences not only how others perceive you, but also how you perceive yourself. Your words have the power to shape your actions, and your actions shape your destiny. When you speak with intention, when you speak with clarity, you carve a path towards success. If you want to lead others, you must first master the words that lead yourself. Next, mastering your mind. You can't control the circumstances around you, but you can always control your thoughts. Your mind is the lens through which you view the world, and if you allow negative thoughts or limiting beliefs to take root, they will only hold you back. It is in the moments of challenge that your mind will be tested, but it's also in those moments that your true potential is revealed. Master your mind and you master your future. Emotions, they can be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. Emotions are powerful, but they must be understood and managed. When you let your emotions rule you, they can lead you to decisions that you will later regret. But when you learn to recognize your emotions without being consumed by them, you give yourself the freedom to act with clarity and purpose. Emotional intelligence isn't just about managing your feelings, it's about understanding how to use them to fuel your growth. Now, let's talk about money. Money is not the goal, it's the tool that helps you achieve your goals. Far too many people chase money as if it's the end goal. They work endlessly, driven by the pursuit of wealth, and yet they miss the point. True financial freedom comes when you understand that money is meant to serve you, not the other way around. Master your money, and it becomes a tool to build the life you want, whether that's freedom, security, or the ability to give back to others. But none of this is easy. Mastery requires discipline. It's not about being perfect or achieving instant success. It's about consistently making the right choices, even when it's hard, even when it feels like you're not seeing immediate results. The discipline to practice, reflect, and refine will set you apart from those who only talk about success but never experience it. Remember, control is an illusion. The real power comes from empowerment. It's not about controlling every single detail of your life, but rather about making choices that align with your values and vision. When you empower yourself with knowledge, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence, you create the space to make decisions that will move you forward, even when the future feels uncertain. So take the time to master your words, your mind, your emotions, and your money. This is the foundation of true success. Without these, all the other achievements will feel hollow. Master them, and you will build a life that's not only successful, but deeply fulfilling. The language you use has a profound impact on the direction of your life and the lives of those around you. Every word you speak carries weight. It either builds up or tears down, inspires or discourages, empowers or weakens. Words are not just sounds we produce. They are the foundation of our thoughts, the blueprint of our beliefs, and the seeds of our future actions. Think about it. How often do we speak without realizing the impact of our words? We say things like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," without considering how these statements shape our mindset. When we repeatedly tell ourselves that something is impossible, our brain starts looking for evidence to confirm that belief. We become trapped in a cycle where our words feed our thoughts dictate our actions, and our actions reinforce the very words that started it all. But here's the good news. If negative words have the power to hold us back, then positive words have the power to push us forward. The way you speak about yourself and your life determines what you will accept, what you will strive for, and ultimately what you will achieve. When you say, "I am capable," "I will find a way," or "I am worthy of success," you are programming your mind to believe it. And when your mind believes it, your actions follow suit. This doesn't mean you ignore reality or avoid acknowledging challenges. Instead, it means you choose words that empower you rather than limit you. When faced with difficulties, instead of saying, "This is too hard," try saying, "This is a challenge I will overcome." Instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," reframe it as, "I am learning and improving every day." Small shifts in language lead to massive shifts in outcomes. Words don't just shape your own reality, they shape the reality of those around you. If you are a leader, a mentor, a friend, or a parent, the words you speak into someone's life can either uplift them or break them. A simple "I believe in you" can change the course of a person's future. Conversely, words spoken in anger or carelessness can leave scars that last a lifetime. That is why mastering your words is one of the most powerful things you can do. One of the most important habits you can develop is speaking intentionally. Before you say something, ask yourself. Mastering your words is about more than just communication. It's about taking responsibility for the energy you put into the world. Words create, words inspire, and words define. The question is, are your words working for you or against you? Wow. Speak life, speak possibility, speak the future you want into existence, because the words you choose today will shape the reality you live in tomorrow. If you don't have control over your thoughts, you can't expect to control the outcomes in your life. The mind is where every success story begins and where every failure is planted. It's the control center of your actions, your decisions, and ultimately your destiny. If you do not master it, external forces, distractions, doubts, fears will master you instead. Your thoughts shape the way you see the world. Two people can experience the same situation, yet one sees an opportunity while the other sees an obstacle. The difference? Their mindset. The way you process experiences, setbacks, and challenges determines whether you grow or remain stuck. The person who masters their mind refuses to let external circumstances dictate their internal reality. They understand that they may not always control what happens to them, but they can always control how they respond. But mental mastery is not something you are born with. It is something you train. If you allow negativity, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs to run unchecked, they will rule your life. The more you feed your mind with thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I always fail," the more your brain starts believing them. These thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies because your actions will always align with what you believe to be true about yourself. This is why the first step to mastering your mind is self-awareness. Pay attention to your internal dialogue. What do you tell yourself when you face a challenge? Do you immediately assume you will fail, or do you believe in your ability to find a way forward? Your mindset is like a garden. You can either let weeds grow wild, or you can plant seeds of success, resilience, and determination. The thoughts you nurture will become the reality you live. The second step is discipline. Just like your body needs exercise to stay strong, your mind needs training to stay sharp. Feed it with positive, empowering beliefs. Read books that challenge you. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. Develop daily habits that reinforce mental strength, like journaling, meditation, or setting clear intentions for your day. The more you practice discipline over your thoughts, the less power fear, doubt, and negativity will have over you. Mental mastery is about taking responsibility. When you blame external factors, your past, your circumstances, other people, you give away your power. But when you take full responsibility for your mindset, you take control of your life. No one else can control your thoughts. No one else can determine how you react to situations. That power is yours alone. Mastering your mind doesn't mean you'll never face self-doubt or negative thoughts. It means you won't let them control you. It means that when fear creeps in, you push forward anyway. That when failure happens, you see it as a lesson, not a defeat. That when challenges arise, you rise with them. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. Master your mind and you master your future. The ability to understand and manage your emotions will define your capacity to succeed in both personal and professional environments. Intelligence and talent may open doors, but emotional intelligence determines how far you go. It influences how you handle stress, navigate relationships, and make decisions. Without emotional intelligence, even the most skilled individual can struggle to lead, connect, and thrive. At its core, emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and regulate your own emotions while also being attuned to the emotions of others. It's what allows you to remain calm under pressure, resolve conflicts effectively, and inspire those around you. Many believe success is purely about knowledge and skills, but research has shown that emotional intelligence is one of the strongest predictors of long-term achievement. Consider this: two people may have the same technical abilities, but the one who can handle stress, manage conflict, and connect with others on a deeper level will always stand out. Emotional intelligence is what enables leaders to inspire, employees to collaborate, and individuals to build strong, meaningful relationships. It is the foundation of trust, empathy, and resilience. Self-awareness, the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions. Self-aware individuals know their strengths, weaknesses, and emotional triggers. They don't let their emotions control them. Instead, they use their emotions to make better decisions. Developing self-awareness requires reflection. Ask yourself, what triggers my emotions? How do I react under pressure? What patterns do I notice in my emotional responses? The more you understand yourself, the better you can manage your actions. Self-regulation, managing emotions effectively rather than letting them dictate your behavior. Life will challenge you. Unexpected setbacks, criticism, and failures will test your emotional control. Those who lack self-regulation react impulsively, often making decisions they later regret. But emotionally intelligent individuals pause before reacting, allowing them to respond with clarity and intention rather than emotion. Practicing mindfulness, deep breathing, or simply taking a moment to process emotions before responding can drastically improve self-regulation. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy builds trust and strengthens relationships, whether in business or personal life. When you can put yourself in someone else's shoes, you gain deeper insight into their motivations, struggles, and perspectives. This is a crucial skill in leadership, teamwork, and conflict resolution. It's not just about hearing someone, it's about truly listening and understanding their emotions. Social skills. Strong emotional intelligence enables better communication, collaboration, and conflict resolution. People with high emotional intelligence know how to navigate difficult conversations, persuade without manipulation, and maintain positive relationships even in challenging situations. Whether leading a team, negotiating a deal, or simply engaging in everyday conversations, strong social skills set you apart. The most successful people are not necessarily the smartest. They are the ones who can remain composed under pressure, adapt to change, and build strong connections with others. Emotional intelligence is what allows a leader to motivate a team, an entrepreneur to gain trust, and a professional to advance in their career. In personal life, it strengthens relationships, fosters deep connections, and allows for healthy, meaningful interactions. Mastering emotional intelligence is not about suppressing emotions, it's about harnessing them. It's about understanding that emotions are powerful tools. When managed effectively, they drive better decisions, stronger relationships, and lasting success. Mastering your finances is essential, but you must understand that money is not the end, it's the means to live a purposeful life. Too many people spend their entire lives chasing wealth, believing that the accumulation of money itself will bring them happiness, fulfillment, and security. But money in and of itself is neutral. It is neither good nor bad. It is simply a tool, and like any tool, its value depends on how you use it. Think about it this way. If you were given a hammer but had no purpose for it, would it add meaning to your life? Of course not. The hammer only becomes valuable when it is used to build something, a house, a piece of furniture, a structure that serves a purpose. The same is true for money. When you treat money as the end goal, you risk falling into an endless cycle of accumulation without direction. But when you view money as a tool, you begin to ask a different question. What am I building with it? Many people believe that having a lot of money automatically equates to success. They see luxury cars, mansions, and designer clothes as symbols of achievement. But financial success is not just about how much money you have. It's about how effectively you use it to create a life of meaning and impact. Consider this. Some of the wealthiest individuals in the world are deeply unfulfilled. They have all the money they could ever need, yet they still feel empty inside. On the other hand, there are people with far less money who live incredibly rich lives, not because of their bank account, but because they have mastered their finances in a way that aligns with their purpose. They use money to support their families, fund their passions, and contribute to causes they care about. If you want financial freedom, you must first change your mindset about money. Mastering your finances isn't about hoarding wealth. It's about learning how to earn, manage, and spend money in a way that aligns with your values. Here's how. Earn with purpose. Money should be a byproduct of value creation. Instead of asking, how can I make more money, ask, how can I create more value? The most financially successful individuals don't chase money. They solve problems, serve others, and provide solutions that naturally lead to financial rewards. Spend intentionally. Many people spend money on things they don't need, trying to impress people they don't even like. True financial mastery comes when you align your spending with your long-term goals. Every dollar you spend is a decision. Are you investing in your future, or are you indulging in short-term gratification? Invest for growth. Wealth is not just about how much you make, it's about how well you grow and protect what you have. Smart investing, whether in businesses, assets, or self-improvement, ensures that your money is working for you rather than the other way around. Give with impact. The ultimate purpose of money is not just to accumulate, but to contribute. The most successful people understand that wealth becomes truly meaningful when it is used to make a difference. Generosity, whether through charity, mentorship, or support for loved ones, multiplies the value of money beyond personal gain. At the end of the day, money alone will never define success. What matters is what you do with it. Do you use money to build a life of freedom, passion, and generosity? Or do you let it control your decisions, relationships, and self-worth? When you master your money, you gain more than financial stability. You gain the power to design a life that truly fulfills you. Because real wealth isn't measured by numbers in a bank account. It's measured by the impact you make, the freedom you create, and the purpose you pursue. True mastery in any area demands continuous, focused effort and self-awareness. It is not a one-time achievement, but a lifelong commitment to learning, refining, and improving. Whether it's mastering a skill, a craft, or even your own mindset, the journey is never easy, but it is always worth it. The difference between those who excel and those who remain average is not luck or talent, it is discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is what keeps you going when motivation fades, when results don't come as quickly as you'd like, and when obstacles stand in your way. Anyone can start something, but only those who have the discipline to stay consistent reach true mastery. Many people believe that mastery is reserved for the naturally gifted, the artists born with an eye for design, the athletes who are genetically built for their sport, or the entrepreneurs who have an innate business mindset. But history has proven time and time again that talent alone is never enough. Michael Jordan wasn't just talented, he was the first to arrive at practice and the last to leave. Mozart didn't just wake up as a musical genius, he spent thousands of hours composing and refining his work. The world's best surgeons, writers, and leaders don't rely on natural ability, they rely on years of relentless practice and continuous improvement. Consistency over intensity. Many people start strong, but give up when progress slows down. They want quick results, but mastery is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not about working hard for a short period, it's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. The most successful people don't wait for inspiration, they build habits that keep them on track. Self-awareness and adaptation. Discipline isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. To master anything, you must constantly assess what's working, what isn't, and where you need to improve. Self-awareness allows you to recognize weaknesses and refine your approach. The best in the world are not just persistent, they are adaptable, always learning and adjusting their strategy. Embracing the process mastery requires patience. There will be failures, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Many people quit when they don't see immediate progress, but those who understand the process keep going. They know that failure is not the end, it's feedback. Every mistake, every challenge, every difficult moment is an opportunity to grow stronger. Ironically, discipline does not restrict you, it frees you. When you have the discipline to master your craft, you gain control over your future. You don't have to rely on motivation or external validation because you have built the habits and resilience to push through any challenge. Mastery is not reserved for the lucky or the gifted. It is earned by those who are willing to put in the work day after day, year after year. So ask yourself, are you willing to do what it takes? Because those who commit to mastery, who embrace discipline, and who refuse to give up, those are the ones who change the world. It's not about controlling your life in every detail, but creating the space to make decisions that align with your values and vision. Many people spend their lives chasing the illusion of control, believing that if they plan everything perfectly, they can avoid failure, discomfort, or uncertainty. But life doesn't work that way. No matter how much you prepare, unexpected challenges will arise, markets will shift, people will change, circumstances will evolve in ways you never anticipated. Trying to control everything is exhausting and ultimately impossible. The more you grip tightly, the more you realize how little control you actually have. The key to a fulfilling, successful life isn't about micromanaging every detail. It's about empowerment. It's about equipping yourself with the right mindset, skills, and resilience to navigate whatever life throws your way. Why do people crave control? Because uncertainty is uncomfortable. It triggers fear and anxiety. The unknown feels like a threat. So we try to create the illusion of control by overplanning, overthinking, and resisting change. But in doing so, we often limit ourselves. We become rigid, fearful of taking risks, and stuck in a cycle of trying to predict an unpredictable world. The truth is, control is an illusion. You cannot control external events. You cannot control other people's actions. You cannot control every outcome. But what you can control is your response. You can control your mindset, your habits, and the choices you make every day. That's where real power lies. Empowerment means stepping into your ability to shape your life without needing to dictate every detail. It's about focusing on what you can influence rather than worrying about what you can't. Here's how to make that shift. Verify your values and vision. If you don't know what truly matters to you, you always feel like you're reacting to life instead of leading it. Define your values, set a vision for your life, and let them guide your decisions. When you're clear on what you stand for, you don't need to control everything. You just need to align your actions with your principles. Embrace adaptability. Life is unpredictable. The most successful people aren't those who try to control every variable. They're the ones who adapt. They see change not as a threat, but as an opportunity to grow. Empowerment comes from developing resilience, the ability to adjust, learn, and move forward no matter what happens. Focus on your mindset, not the outcome. Too often, people attach their happiness to a specific result. I'll be happy when I get that job. I'll feel secure when I have this much money. But real empowerment comes from knowing that your success isn't dependent on external factors. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle whatever comes your way, good or bad. Let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is control in disguise. It keeps people stuck, afraid to take action because they fear making mistakes. But mastery, growth, and success are built on failure. When you stop trying to control every detail, you free yourself to take risks, innovate, and evolve. When you let go of the illusion of control, you don't lose power, you gain it. You stop wasting energy on things outside your influence and start directing it toward things that truly matter. You become more confident, resilient, and free. Life will always be uncertain. Things won't always go according to plan. But when you shift from control to empowerment, you don't need everything to be perfect, because you'll know that no matter what happens, you have the power to make the right decisions, adapt, and move forward. Mastering your words, your mind, your emotions, and your money is not about achieving perfection. It's about gaining control over the things that truly matter while letting go of the illusion of control over what doesn't. It's about discipline, self-awareness, and the ability to make decisions that align with your values and vision. Your words shape your reality. Your mind is the foundation of success. Your emotions determine your ability to navigate relationships and challenges. Your money is a tool, not a goal. Mastery requires discipline, and true empowerment comes from realizing that control is an illusion, but your response to life is always within your power. If you commit to mastering these areas, you will not only create success, but you will build a life of purpose, impact, and fulfillment. This journey is not easy, but it is worth it, because those who choose mastery, those who take responsibility for their growth, become the ones who lead, inspire, and change the world. Thank you.